Westminster. Lost it behind the goal, tries to get it back once more. Sage gets it down the ice. This time we'd like to welcome the viewers in Saskatoon watching tonight, hoping you're enjoying your Blades on the road. Now we have a fight back in New West territory. Jaques going at it with Kelly Chase. Steve Jaques for New Westminster and Kelly Chase exchanging punches.
It started well behind the play. The play must have been 80 feet from where these two guys are before they decided that they were going to start throwing them, and really not much is happening at this point.
But they're covering a lot of territory doing it.
It's quite a dance. Kelly Chase, 285 penalty minutes last year with the Saskatoon team, hails from Porcupine Plains, Saskatchewan.
Where's that?
Well, I don't know. I'd have to get my map out for that one. All the trips I've made from here to Winnipeg through Saskatchewan, I've never even run into that place, but I've seen a lot of them. But a kid with great heart. I tell you, not too much wrong with the engine of Steve Jaques either. He's got a heart and a half. He'll take on anybody. Out to walk around and outmuscle the Bruins.
Now another fight behind the play. Jaques is going to fight Brandon's Cam Brown. They're in a tight quarters. Steve Jaques is a good fighter for New West, but he's taking a bit of a hit from Cam Brown. Now Jaques gets them back. And you can really see a lot of punches being thrown. I don't know how many are connecting, but a lot of them are. There's the sweater, and I think Cam Brown wins that scrap if you're keeping score. At least the Wheat Kings bench thinks so. And another scrap stops the play, and that one I think was meaningless, Bill, to be sure.
There aren't many players left on either team that haven't gone out and challenged each other. Steve Jaques and Cam Brown, the latest. Cam Brown, a player who played last year at Weyburn in the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League, and converted forward from Saskatoon, and he was throwing them pretty good too.
Cam Brown, New Westminster, number 4, Steve Jaques. 5 minutes each for fighting at 13:47.
So that's 12 major penalties in a row at this. Well, it's a 2-10-minute. Over here goes to Wilkinson. To Lindal, he's given a jolt. Sage holds it in. Behind the net it goes to Rawson. Centering pass. Intercepted. Now we got a fight behind the play. There goes the gloves. There goes the lids. Lindal and Jaques. Jaques for New West. Lindal for Medicine Hat. Down they go.
Well, you saw the knees buckle. He definitely landed one. I don't know where he got him, but he definitely put him down. And that wasn't from a trip or anything.
Those calls, when they didn't really get into it, the referees are giving him a lot of delay of game calls. I haven't seen many of those this year.
They've been calling
to Rick Raymond. Raymond cross ice to Mitchell. Almost looks like a Portland power play. We're going to get a call as Troy Mick, I think, was hammered down in front of the New Westminster net. And Curtis Bateman has taken exception to that and is pounding Steve Jaques, and Jaques is turtling on him. He's not going to fight back.
He's even hanging on to his stick and standing there. So you know Bateman's gone, and it's a question to see how much Jaques is going to get, if any. And I didn't see who hammered Mick, but I got to guess that it was Steve Jaques.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's why Bateman went after him.
I don't know if we're going to get a chance to see. Yeah, there goes Bateman right there. You know he's gone. He's maybe gone for quite a while. There goes Jaques, too. They're going to ship him off.
Well, there's less than 2 minutes to go in the period,
right.
So let's get him off.
We're a little bit concerned about Troy Mick.
Well, again, your leading scorer gets hammered. And so one of the other guys comes to your defense, and that's sort of the unwritten rule.
Yeah, I don't know if we can get a replay on that at all. It's just, oh, look at that.
And I think that's on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
It is. That's going to be a 5-minute major on Curtis Bateman. And boy, that can hurt. We're going to try. There goes Troy Mick. They're going to take him off. Here it is, right here. So we'll see if we can see where Mick is.
Okay, Jaques gets 5 minutes, too.
Okay, oops, right there. That was...
Very good period for the Portland Winterhawks. We have reached the end of 2 periods of play. Almost.
Yeah, really. May not be over yet.
Oh, it's not over. Scott Daniels and Jay Stark. Here's a good one.
They've been ready for this all night. They've been talking to each other for about the last 10 minutes. You remember Stark earlier. He was looking for Daniels a couple of times earlier in the period.
We don't have a camera on it right now, but at the opposite end of the ice, the Coliseum maintenance crew is already out ready to move the nets off at the end of the period.
They're standing there talking to Woodley. I don't know if camera 3 can get a shot of that or not. Oh, their fight's over.
Okay.
It's a great shot down there. If camera 3 can get a shot of there. Oh, good shot of Jay Stark right there, squinting a little eye. Looks like he might have caught something there. Interesting to see what these penalties are.
And there will be penalties at the 20-minute mark. Nobody on the point. Mitchell comes back to try and get it. Penalty is expired. Teams are at full strength. And we're going to get a call, I think, Middlestat and McPherson.
And they want
to go. And I don't think the linesmen are going to let them.
Nope, they're not going to let them go.
I think they're going to maybe thumb them both right here.
Let's see what they do. Yep. They're going to take him off to the side. But Middlestat had just another one of those dumb penalties right in front of Dean Forbes. There you see Middlestat going down the hall, and there you see McPherson going.
Well, Portland was going to get the original call.
No, Middlestat was going to go 2 minutes.
Hopefully, they can get it going on the road a little bit.
We'll talk about that in the postgame.
Jaques shot wide, and who's out there? Here we go. Troy Pohl and Steve Jaques.
Ah, you knew this was coming right here. It's about even so far. That's the way it's going to stay as they go down. It's about even.
Well, you know, Jaques is going to have to pay some penalty.
Yep. There goes, Troy's still hot. There he goes. Hands in the air. There goes Troy Pohl right off the ice. And Steve Jaques. And the exit sign. The Rogers Cable exit sign. There he goes, folks. But you knew that was coming. We would have.
The check of Jaques, lost it. LeBrun controls in the near corner, but it's stripped away. Desjardins has it. Right out in front, he scores! Oh, Desjardins just worked it around and jammed it in, and now we've got Jaques going after Goodall.
Oh, what a cheap move this is. Here come the brawling Bruins at their worst. Jaques trying to get at Goodall. Goody holding his own. Why is this even being allowed? Oh, it's absolute garbage. You can't win the game, so you go after the star player of the other team. At some point, this type of junk has got to stop, and we'll see you tomorrow night in New West. I'll tell you that. This is just nonsense.
That's brutal. Absolute brutal.
You know, you don't... I mean, New West has had it their way all year. They've won the overtime games. You didn't see any cheap shots coming the other way. Now they find a little bit of adversity. They find a